And Puffy's over there comparing it to Sal's and Chewy. There's a huge difference here. What we did last night, we didn't participate in it. We weren't like, oh yeah, oh God, Fez, that sounds pretty cool to me. No, we ended the live and we took her to a safe place to speak with her, speak with them and make sure they were okay because they are not okay and said they are not okay.
Hold that thought there, Sheena. What's up, everybody? Carolina Girl here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Salty Carolina Girl over there on TikTok, which is more than likely where this video is going to go if I can keep it under an hour. It is Thursday, July 9th, 2026. I hope everyone's had a great week so far. I have to admit mine was a little derailed on Tuesday, and it's kind of been crappy ever since, but I'm trying to get through it. I'm coming to you today, though, because I wanted to make this video because less than a week ago, I made a video regarding the same situation, but with somebody like on the anti side, being brought to the front and wanting people are wanting him, held accountable. Okay. And because I sat, you heard Sheena's, the intro, she said that Puffy was on Keisha's panel and she is trying to make the current situation into like a Chewy and Sal situation. And the Chewy and Sal situation is what I addressed last week, less than a week ago, in fact. And everybody kept asking my opinion, I assume because I sat on his panels for the last 3 months or so. I was a regular on his panels. And so last Wednesday, July 1st, a Discord call came out. It was a private Discord call between Chewy and Rose and a few other people. I think there were like 5 or 6 people on this call, but they were all friends with Chewy and Rose. It was a 5-hour call, but we only heard an 11-minute clip. And in that 11-minute clip, you hear Chewy and Rose talking. And I'm not going to play the clip because I've got other clips that I need to play that are rather long. And so, like I said, it was an 11-minute clip. I'm going to give you a recap, though. Basically, Chewy's got Sal's information, her name, address, and phone number. And he had been threatening every day to put her, or every day he was putting her address in his GPS. And he had to talk himself out of going to beating the brakes off of her and choking the life out of her. And that's not verbatim, but that's pretty close to what was said. And so that call came out. And in fact, when that call came out, I was sitting on his panel and we were watching a video going over the case. We were talking about the case. 95% of the time when I sat on his panel, we talked about Gypsy Rose Blanchard and the case and going over videos that had been put out by different creators and whatever. We never really did drama when I was on the panel. I don't care for the drama. And, I've told him that. Told Rose that, told everybody that. I'm pretty vocal about I don't really want to get into the drama. That's just, that's not my thing. That's not what I'm here for. And so the call came out, and like I said, I didn't really find out about it until Thursday morning. Yes, I heard about it Wednesday night, but I didn't actually hear it for myself until Thursday morning. But Thursday morning, when I got up, I had all kind of people coming at me. What's your opinion about this? Do you condone this? Were you in the call? Who was in the call? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I felt like Beetlejuice. I felt like my head was spinning. And so as time went on, anytime I popped into a live chat, 11 people coming at me. What's your opinion about Chewy? What's this? What's this? And it's hard to have a conversation in a live chat. I don't know if you've ever tried, but it's kind of impossible because you're only allotted a certain amount of characters, like 50 or 100 characters or something like that in the chat. Depending on what the topic is, it can be moving pretty good. And so you can't really have a conversation in a chat. And so I put out a video because I was tired of trying to answer. I wasn't able to answer, but I was trying to, and so it was getting old trying to answer the same old questions. So I figured I'd just put out a video. And so now, and I basically held, I was trying to not necessarily hold Chewy accountable, but I wanted to say that I did not condone what was said in that video, and and I don't condone what was said in that video. And I basically said that I could not affiliate sitting on the panels because I've already, just before this incident happened, I put out a video trying to get the community call a truce, right? And so, here I am trying to call a truce in the community and saying I don't do the drama and I don't believe in going real life. And then all of a sudden this crap happens. And I'm sitting on his panel when the call comes out. And so, I can't sit there and say one thing to the community and sit on the panel when all this stuff, the very stuff I say I'm against, it happens, right? And so that's the position I was put into. And so I had to make an executive decision. And so I put my video out, but I had already talked to Chewy and Rose in private first before I even put my video out. But now we have the same scenario that's happening again. But now it's a pro person that made a threat towards an anti person. But because it's a pro person, we're getting a free pass. And I'm questioning why they're not being held to the same standard Chewy was. Because I'm telling you, it's the same scenario. And if you don't believe me, just look at the video that I'm about to put out. And you let me know in the comments when you finish watching. Let me know your thoughts on it. And see if it's not the same scenario or not. And if it's being handled the same way. Because I don't believe it is. I believe it's the same scenario, but it's not being handled the same way the Chewy and Sal situation was. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Sal's isn't innocent in this. All the people that I'm going to talk about in this video right now, they're all adults. And they all choose, how things go down on the internet, right? So they're all responsible for themselves with what I'm saying. And so they all know what they're doing and what they've done. And, and so accusations were made on both sides as far as Chewy and Rose were saying that Sal's was doing things to them, and people for the most part believed them, and then Sal's was saying that Chewy and Rose were doing stuff to her. And, it seemed like it would probably be common sense that if you do something to somebody, they're probably going to do it back, but necessarily not everything deserves a response or retaliation. And that's just something I've learned in my 50 years of life. But a lot of people, if something's done to them, you can best bet you're going to get it back, and I've heard this expression many times. You do something to me and I'm going to do something back tenfold. I've heard that so many times on TikTok. And so, that's how it is. And, so when you got people, adults going back and forth at one another, it's hard to hold just one side, accountable, because both sides to me are guilty here in Chewy and Sal's situation. But Chewy did take it too far with what he said there in that call. And everybody, I think, agrees on that went a little bit too far. And it's unacceptable, with what was said. I don't agree with a man putting his hands on a woman, and I don't want to listen to a man talking about putting his hands on a woman. And so I think everybody agrees to that. And so, so he was held to like a certain standard. And so now this person, even though it's not the same exact threat per se, but they still threaten to, harm Puffy. And, made a bunch of threats, putting them on a doxing site and a hacker site and carrying on. So, and I'm just going to play the videos for you guys. But I do want to play this for Sal's, this video of Sal's real quick. This is Sal's admitting to some of the stuff that she did against Chewy and Rose. And, I think it kind of I think it speaks for itself, to be honest with you. And it goes to show that she's not innocent in this. She didn't deserve, to be threatened like that, in a sense, once she heard that call. She did not deserve that. But like I said, it's the tit for tat. The shit's got to stop,
All of the above. And am I saying I'm innocent? No. I did some fun. I went down to their level. I did the cat shit thing, fucking, put the picture of their house. But everything that I did, they twisted and made so much worse.
And so she started to say she's done some fucked up shit, but she stopped herself. And she went on to talking about the cat shit picture or whatever it was. And then she proceeded to say she posted a picture of their house. Their house, folks. That's a big no-no. in the community, the online community, it's a big no-no to go real life and to post pictures of people's houses and stuff, or their information, or whatever the case is. But clearly, this goes to show you that Sal's has gone real life on Chewy and Rose and posted a picture of their house. She's admitting it here in this clip. And so I just wanted to point that out, and I'm going to point out some other things as we get further along. But going back to the current situation, the situation started in the CTW, which is called the Wambulance. It's a Discord where both the pro and the antis are in, and it's kind of what Sheena says. They go to duke it out, where people go to duke shit out, right? And so on July 3rd, it was Puffy's birthday. Everybody was wishing her a happy birthday, and I wished her a happy birthday, and I left for the day. Once I do whatever I do in the morning times, I usually leave for the day, and I'm gone until I come back in either late afternoon, early evening, if I come back at all. And so I didn't even know the shit went down after I left. Apparently, after I left, all hell broke loose. And so, and we're going to hear Puffy's going to explain it in the video that I play, the first video I play. She'll explain it, but these are some screen grabs that I got from CTW yesterday. Now, the beginning part of the conversation that started it all, I believe, has been deleted, and like the actual threat has been deleted out of the Discord. We call it dirty deleting, but I did grab this because, Sheena's been putting up screenshots, but she's only putting up screenshots of what Puffy or Kai said. So, this is Fez. This is who Puffy and Kai are going back and forth with. And I'm not quite sure who this person is. I don't have any beef with them. My beef is the fact that this person, Fez, has done the same thing Chewy has basically done, but is not being held to the same standard that he was held to. And so that's what I'm questioning. And I'm just trying to bring it to you guys, to the community, see what you guys think. And so here, Fez is saying, so to those wishing death on people, I have no problem dropping you on 4chan in Kiwi Farms. FYI, you will be trolled for life. Don't be a leva. So this person, Kai and Puffy, I guess they didn't, they always go back and forth with Sheena, and they start running their mouths. And I'm talking about all of them, going back and forth with each other. And I have seen them say some stuff like, go die already or whatever it is, but they've never threatened to do bodily harm on anybody, but it's just running their mouths, and Sheena gives it right back though. And most of the people in there give it right back. And I've actually seen some people from the pro side say something similar to the anti. So, nobody's innocent in this. And so, but this is what's going on. And I don't believe in doing that. I don't believe in wishing ill will on somebody or wishing death on somebody. I personally think it's bad juju. And I'm just kind of like, ooh, when it happens, I always say something. Ooh, don't do that. That's bad juju. I always say that in live chats or wherever it's at. If I am present, I always say, ooh, don't do that. That's bad juju. And it is, but I can't control others, especially once you piss them off. People are hotheads. I'm a hothead, but I don't go that far with it. But if you piss me off, I try to hurt your feelings. I do. Well, it depends. It depends on what the situation is. But if you really keep pushing me, I will try to hurt your feelings. And that's just how it is. But I really don't care to do that unless I really care about you. I don't care to get all that involved with it. I'm just here, like I said, to reveal Gypsy's, lies and the fact that she's put out a false narrative for 11 years. That's my purpose here. But at the same time, I do see there's a little hypocrisy here with these situations because it's the same scenario, but it's not being handled the same. And so this next screenshot is of Kai and Fez going back and forth. Kai is dirty bitch too, and you see she says ha 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 with a bunch of laughing emojis, and Fez responds back at 9:07 a.m. on July 3rd, said, you can't get it up, you sick at head, and fucking no, it's Kai the puta with the loose pussy, which that's nasty. I don't even know where that came from. And Kai responded back, laughing my fucking ass off. Playing with me when I'm fucked in the head is probably not smart when you were soft, but I'm going to let you have your fun for now. And Fez responds back, Puta, listen, I'm crazier than you. Trust this. And so, that's them going back and forth. And this is another screenshot where Kai is asking her, "Are you going to stalk me?" And she said, "We'll see. He." And she said, basically, "No lube, bitch." And Kai responds back, "Do you know how many troll pages are made of me? How many lives have been held about me? Death threats I've gotten? Persons driving by my house? I'm really not scared of little old you, Fez. Sorry I have thick skin. You can't do shit to me that's going to bother me. I'm barely even around." And Fez responds back, "You've never been dropped on Kiwi." And so that's the threat of throwing Kai and Puffy on the doxing and hackers website, Kiwi and 4chan. And so this next comment is from Fez at 9:19 a.m. "Well, where do you live, Kai? We can settle this in person. I'm not a fucking keyboard warrior. I will catch flights. Trust." And so there she's letting Kai know that she has no problem catching a flight to where she's at. And so Kai responds back, says, Fez wished death and murder on Puff. And this was July 3rd, 9:56 a.m. Okay. And like I said, that comment was deleted. The comment that actually did that was deleted. And so Fez responds back at 10:05 a.m. "Fuck this. You have no idea who I am." And so then this is the last screenshot. And it's Fez. It says, "This is to Mod Ashley 3. It says, click to see the attachment. I can't click to see the attachment. And I don't know what the attachment was, but it's Puffy that she's responding to. And Fez says, "I will find you, and you will think who is the gothic gremlin coming at me. Puta, you're getting the hot sauce." Whatever that means, I'm not quite sure what that means. So then that was all July 3rd, and this all happened in the Call of Ambulance. It's a Discord. It's CTW for short. That's how you'll hear people refer to it, CTW. And like I said, it all happened July 3rd. So we're going to fast forward to Keisha's live July 6th, which I believe was a Monday, the Monday.
What's going on? I mean, you know what? No, I was gonna say something, but it probably would have been a little shady.
Say it.
Say it.
Because you like the bitches I'm beefing with. That's
Oh. Hey, I can take it, Puffy. I can take it. You hear the shit Starlight says to me.
fucking Sheena and Ryder and Festering.
Well, I don't like Ryder.
Fuck Ryder.
I don't fuck with Ryder.
What's Festering doing?
Ghost Rider?
Festering said she was going to unalive me and put me and Kai on a doxing website.
No.
Gross, Festering. That's gross.
Because I told Sheena, well, actually, I didn't even tell Sheena. Sheena was just talking, and I don't give a fuck. I don't like Sheena. I think she's a liar. And I said, can this bitch unalive already? She's annoying. I don't care. And if anyone wants to unfollow me for saying that about Sheena, go on ahead and do it.
Yeah, to anybody. She wants their liver.
So what happened?
So it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And shit-ass Ryder came into the CTW on a rampage talking about, I'm upset because Puffiana and Aubrey share a birthday. First of all, probably don't, because she's in Australia, so she's like, they're like a day ahead of us, not even the same day.
Technically, it's a different day.
And apparently Festering isn't doing too well with her own life. And Ryder decided to get her all riled up and talking shit and being weird, talking about she's going to put Kai and I on a doxing website. And then I said some fucking shit back to her because you want to be fucking weird and act like you're acting like you're on drugs, like literally on drugs.
Ooh.
So I said some fuck shit to them.
No, but I mean, we know the signs and symptoms.
Right.
Huh?
We know the signs and symptoms, you know?
Yeah, like
Behavior
literally,
and
like I'm
symptoms.
not gonna put Fez's business out there, but like I put a link to a hotline. Yeah, because you're sitting there talking about putting me and Kai on a fucking doxing website, antagonizing the shit over what, Festering?
Festering wants to come up. Do you want her up or no?
Well, because of
Not really.
Okay.
Because you had to run away from the CTW. You didn't get kicked, bitch. You ran like a pussy after making threats to people.
Completely left the Discord?
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't get kicked. Sheena and Ryder got kicked. They didn't have their little fucking butt buddy friends in there, so they decided to run away after all the fuck shit they said.
Well, I want to know what the doxing website is. Now I'm curious.
I don't fucking know. That I guess
Probably-
Fez knows
Probably a
pretty
bunch of
well.
hackers that they find out your information and just post it. You know.
Yeah, I
Or is
did
it
because
just
you wanted to ask me
normal
about my
people?
birthday. Be a fuckhead, bro. You trying to dox Kai and I? Yeah, I'm gonna ask what his birthday is. I'm curious. You're curious about mine. I'm curious about his.
It's not.
But it's okay. It's okay for Aubrey and Ryder to talk about my dead dad, but nobody
it's
can
not
bring
an
up
insult.
yours.
It's not an insult to ask when his birthday is. I mean,
That was what I was thinking, but
I don't, why would you be mad about that?
Because
You know,
they're
I don't
mentally
understand
unwell. And all of their friends are over there hyping them up.
Well, yeah,
As they
giving them,
do.
yeah. They're all in there in the DMs. You gonna take that from her? You gonna do that? Yeah, I hear you.
But you bested us, right? That's why your friends got kicked. You bested us, right? No, you're a weird fucking bitch. Go get some fucking mental health help, dude. Fucking psycho. Talking about you're gonna fucking unalive me? Do you want me to go get that screenshot? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Fucking Sally's Potions, I absolutely do. I was there. I was involved in the fucking conversation, you dumb bitch. Yes, Michelle. Fucking Ryder was so upset. She was DMing Fez. I'm upset because Puffy and Aubrey have the same birthday and Puffy's a shit person. I ain't cut my mama's head off. Tell me I'm a shit person. Give a fuck. Keep reporting me though, guys. That's fine.
Why are you reporting?
Because I'm besting them, Sullen. No, you had your chance to defend yourself and you said you were going to unalive me, Festering.
You guys just don't talk no crazy ass shit, Festering.
I promise I won't.
Because that's not cool. Why would you tell that to Puffy that you were gonna unalive her?
Because they told Sheena that he could go, you know.
No, I said, can this bitch unalive already?
Yeah, so that's messed up.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
she didn't say that she was gonna unalive Sheena.
But she's basically telling her to go, you know, go away, wherever.
Yeah, but she didn't say she was gonna do it.
Look, I'm going through a lot of grief right now.
Then go get some therapy. Don't take it out on random people on the internet, you fucking weirdo. Okay, I'll go play in traffic. Oh
You
no,
guys are
I'm so
offended
hurt.
that you said go and unalive
What?
yourself. And then this guy Mark
I
Twain's
say-
like, go play in traffic. Come on, guys.
That's not.
Well, they always that's the go play in traffic is a long thing that people say.
What's up?
Well, yeah, but so go unalive yourself. That's not new.
And the only reason I started saying that shit to you people is because Aubrey thought it was perfectly fine to tell me to go get hit by a fucking Mack truck, bitch. But you weren't there for that. So you don't know any of that. You want to sit here and white knight for people when you have no fucking idea what the fuck's going on, Festering. Go take your mental health issues out on a therapist, not random Discord strangers.
And so I'd like to pause it right there because I want to, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know Fez and I don't know what this person's going through. And, my heart goes out to this person for losing their father. Apparently it's been recent. And it is hard to lose a parent. And in the next clip I play for you, this person is talking to Sheena. And I think Sheena says that she had lost her father. And this person asked Sheena, was that your person? Because my father was my person. And so I get that. because my person was my mother. And neither parent, I don't have either parent left. Both of mine are gone, but my mom was my favorite person. And so I get where you're coming from. And there's a lot there. I've talked about it on some of our past videos. I've talked about it on some lives, and I've talked about it in the Discord on occasion about that situation with my mom. And let me tell you, 26 years later, after losing my mother, I'm extremely angry still. But I don't get on the internet acting a fool and blaming others for, what happened 26 years ago. And I can tell you that Chewy has gone through his own issues, and he's been very public on his lives since I've been sitting on this panel. And that was like I said, within the last 3 months. He's been very public at the fact that he lost his brother, his little brother, back in January to a car accident. And he was dealing with some issues there, or not issues, but emotions there that he didn't realize he had. And so he was dealing with that. He also has a little girl that has epilepsy, and she's been in and out of the hospital since I've been taking his panel. And what was the last thing? Oh, this has to do with something that was mentioned on Cook's panel Tuesday morning. Now, this would have been before we found out Dank passed away. And I was sitting on Cook's panel, and I believe it was either Prison Princess or Wimberly that was talking about the fact that Chewy had been to prison, and he's very public about his prison record as well. He's never held that back. And the fact that, a lot of institutionalized men have a certain mentality, especially if you spend a lot of time behind the prison walls. And so they were talking about that, and I really am not able to explain it because I'm not, I understood what they were saying at the time, but I can't explain it. So if you'd like to see it, go to, it's either TikTok replays on YouTube or Boston 55 on YouTube. And they have all the TikTok lives of the Jip verse, or DD verse as I call it. And so it would be Cook's dated July 7th. It would be about a 2 or 3 hour live, and it would be the beginning part of it, the beginning part of the live. If you would like to watch what they had to say about the fact, of being institutionalized and stuff. I'm not trying to say I condone what Chewy said or anything like that, but, it seems that we're supposed to, there seems to be things going on here in this current situation with this person, but there's things going on with Chewy too. But I guess we're not allowed to be considerate to that, or whatever. And this isn't the same scenario. I agree with Sheena there. It's not necessarily the same scenario. It's the exact same situation as far as what happened, but the fact with Chewy and Sal's, they had been going at each other for months, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This incident just took place in Discord, and it all had to do with Puffy asking about this person's dad's birthday, is what I'm understanding from it. Because like I said, I had just left the Discord when all hell broke loose. So I don't know exactly how it went down or what went down. I'm just going by what I can read in the Discord and then the lives that I'm playing for you guys now, okay? And so it is the same exact situation as far as Chewy and this person. Chewy made some threats. He said some things that a lot of people didn't like. And this person says the same exact stuff. There was something that came out where Chewy said something about being a booty bandit. And so they were accusing him of saying that he wanted to grape Sal's. And then the Discord call came out about him having her address and putting it in his GPS and all that jazz. Well, this person says something about graping somebody. I'm not sure who the person is that they're talking about, and sticking their fingers up their booty hole and all that jazz. And then makes threats to unalive Puffy and wanting to catch flights to go see Kai and Puffy. Okay? So that's what we're dealing with here.
And I left for my house. I don't see how that's being.
Did you know that it was her dad's first birthday not being here?
I don't know her dad's fucking birthday.
Okay, so you didn't know. Okay, so
it's not okay. But you can ask my birthday, so you can dox me.
Well, she didn't upset you on purpose, is what I'm getting at, Festering. She just asked you a question, and I don't see how you'd be upset over that. I mean, she didn't know.
She found out that my dad just passed, and she asked me when his birthday's coming up. That's okay.
But then
No, I hate when
get mad at
people's
that?
lives. People
That's
around here
nothing
be
to get
calling
mad
the
about,
sergeant
though, I
over
mean.
that.
And what's a doxing website? What is that? I've
Right.
never heard that before.
If you guys
Fill me
don't know
in.
about the doxing websites, then
No,
I don't
because
know.
we're not
No,
fucking
we're not
freaks like you, bitch.
weirdos.
What
It's
is
probably just a
it?
group of
Hey,
people.
Puffy, you say I'm the one that has like mental and I'm unstable. At least
I'm
I
not
didn't
threatening
stop
to
me.
do bodily
Hey,
harm to people, you weird
hey,
bitch.
I had a moment.
You have a lot of moments.
Tell me another moment that I had.
The night
That one.
before you popped off on Kai and I, you were talking to some troll JFK Annie account talking about you're gonna grape them, stick your fingers in their booty hole, you fucking freak. Doing
Wow.
weird shit. You're weird weirdo.
And so are you.
I don't talk like that, bitch. I'm not that kind of fucking weird.
That's like what Chewy said.
At least I'm not, messing up Keisha's life by saying the B word over and over and not being able to control myself.
I don't care. Look.
That's your comeback? After saying you're gonna unalive me, that's your comeback? Good job.
At least I'm doing better today than you're doing today, obviously.
No. Because you ran from the CTW so nobody could
I didn't run. See,
confront.
that's funny. I didn't run.
You did, because you
Well,
left. You ran like a little bitch because you're a little bitch.
Puffy, you're very wrong about that. That's okay.
I'm really not, but keep going.
You really are, because we're
I'm
not
really
gonna go there.
not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Because you're the one that has to
Just
keep on
people
going
in.
off using cuss words and acting all crazy and stuff, and that's fine. That's good.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
Because
it's
cuss words
okay.
makes me look fucking crazy. No, talking about you're gonna unalive somebody and put them on a doxing website is
Yeah, well,
crazy.
If you come from my dad, who was my everything to me,
No,
Yeah.
bitch, you said that
She wasn't
before
coming for your
that
dad,
comment
though.
was even made.
She wasn't even coming for your dad. She just asked about his
I
birthday.
asked his birthday because you
Pancho.
asked mine.
Pancho, may I ask you a question?
Yeah,
You just did.
Have you lost your parents?
I've lost people that I care about very much.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, like, the
I
closest
lost
people to
my
you.
dad pestering. I lost my dad.
To ask about their birthday is not an insult. It's not to get
I
at
wouldn't
you.
be insulted by that.
Her birthday was coming up, and then they mentioned that his was coming up, and she asked, "When's his birthday?" I don't see that as an offensive question. I don't.
I find it very offensive that it's the
Well,
very,
if you
it's
find
like
that
the
very
very first
offensive, that sounds
Father's
like a
Day
you
without him.
problem.
I just don't see it as being offensive.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, Pancho.
And then
She
that's
was
your
showing
opinion.
you that she cares about the fact that his birthday was around the same time as hers. I don't understand why that's mean.
That is not why. She
But
did it to
Fabiana-
be a CUNT, okay?
I sure
Fabiana,
did.
why did you ask?
Puffy,
Yeah,
Why
you
did you
got
ask
screenshots?
Thank you for admitting it.
Okay. At least I can admit my shit. I'm not going to sit here and say, I didn't say that. I only said that because of this. I said what I fucking
didn't say
said.
any of the things that you said.
Alright.
You said you were going to unalive me. Where's the outrage for that, Sal's? Where's the outrage for that? Isn't that why you're so upset? Because Chewy said he was going to unalive you? Huh. That's why you're pulling a Chewy, Festering.
Starlight, did you not?
Hello, Starlight.
I'm not a man.
Starlight knocked on Sheena.
me.
What?
Why
not a
are we
man?
purposely on here making people upset on purpose? Why are we making drama for no reason?
It's okay.
Because they're
Puffy had a
weird.
moment.
It's just distracting from why we're all here to talk about Gypsy.
She said, "Yep, sure did."
We're all here because of Gypsy and what she did.
Sure did, and what?
So to arguing amongst ourselves is not. It's a distraction. And if you don't like each other, don't talk to each other. That's the end of it.
Sorry, Sheena. Starlight
There's
has
plenty of room.
Okay, then, so Puffy, stop talking on me then.
That's okay.
I'll talk
I
about
know the
whatever
truth
I
isn't
want.
popular, but you're
You
fucking
Poncho,
lying,
there's no,
Puffy.
there's
You know
no
what
resolution then,
happened.
Poncho.
You're fucking
go the
lying. You
fuck
can't even
away.
own your shit. You got bested. That's
Sheena,
what
where you
happened.
come from in on this? You were there too, Sheena?
This all started because I told
Yeah, I
you,
was there.
I said, can this
I was
bitch
there. Fez
unalive
didn't
already?
threaten her in any way. And to be shitty to Fez,
Show the screen,
Yeah? You want me to pull the screenshot?
please.
Hold on, I'll go get it.
She did threaten her. She did
I'll
threaten
send
her.
it to you on
And I
Discord,
admitted
please.
it.
I want to pause it right there. Here, Sheena comes in and she jumps up on panel and she wants to sit there and tell Puffy she's lying, and she tells everybody Fez did not threaten her. And Keish says, well, wait a minute, she did threaten her because Fez already admitted to doing so at this point before Sheena got on the panel, right? But Sheena gets up there and says, Fez didn't threaten her. Yes, she did. Or yes, they did. Excuse me. My apologies. It's in the Discord. And like I said, Sheena won't show you what that person said, but she's going to show you what Kai and Puffy said. And like I said, neither side is innocent as far as what was going on in the Discord. They were both shooting digs at each other, right? But this person was threatening them, threatening to take a lot. I mean, this person literally asked Kai where she lived because they were going to catch a flight to where Kai lived at, you know, and because they wanted to fight her, I assume. I mean, that's not what exactly, I think they just said they weren't a keyboard warriors all, and that they would be willing to catch a flight. So I guess you take it how you take it. But as far as the direct threat, like I said, it's no longer there, or I would have been able to grab a screenshot of that. But you see here, Sheena's telling everybody that she wasn't threatened. Puffy wasn't threatened, but Fez says, oh, yeah, I admitted that.
Okay, send it to me. I'll read it.
Am I denying any of this?
This chick sat there and told me to unalive myself. What? I don't know how many times.
She didn't say that, Sheena. She said, oh, fuck. Starlight. Starlight's gone rogue.
Oh, what you do?
She keeps dropping and muting Sheena.
Oh, see? That's
I love Starlight. There's enough of that. Click.
Sheena, behave or
Starlight's another one who can't best me and take me on. I am not surprised. She's no challenge for me.
Behave or
Wearing a vest? It's too hot for a vest, Sheena.
Fez, you are not where you need to be right now. You are.
I bet you I can beat you in a foot race, Sheena. You've been bested. No challenge.
Vest.
She said, oops.
She's talking about her summer vest, y'all. Church vest.
The war.
You don't have to like each other, but at least be respectful. That's all I'm saying.
Am I
Don't
not
go
being
after the
respectful right
families.
now?
Hey, Jan, be nice to Sal's, please.
Welcome back, Sheena.
Aw, see, Starlight let you go.
Fez, you are not among friends. Come with me, please.
Okay.
Come.
Oh, they come to
Well,
get you.
we were just gonna go over what was said.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not denying anything I said. They can show everything. I'm not denying any of it.
All right, well.
But I don't feel.
Did you put Puffy on a doxing website?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I was in a moment.
Did you threaten to unalive her?
It got
Yes, I
deleted.
did. Because she asked me about my dad's birthday. Yeah.
So you asking me about my birthday, would that be a proportionate response?
Aren't you still here on this planet?
Yeah. Is your dad?
No, he's not. I already told you that.
That was
All right.
wrong. I'll
That
give
was
her
wrong,
That was
Puffy.
wrong.
I don't care, girl. You threatened to unalive me. Come to my house. You said, let's meet up. I'll catch a flight.
If you talk about my dad and disrespect him, I will catch a flight.
Do it, bitch.
Then drop your fucking address.
No.
You think I won't?
I don't think you will. I don't think you have money for that,
I
honey.
will bet you $1,000 that I will.
I bet you don't have $1,000.
I bet you I have way more money than you do.
Okay, sure.
Flex. Who gives a shit?
Well,
I don't see
she
why,
does.
like,
Be
it
realistic
matters.
here.
I will bet
It
you
does matter because I can actually
$1,000.
afford to go out.
I bet you $1,000 that you need
Stop.
to go take a shower.
Festering, do you
I
really
took a shower this morning, you dumb bitch.
Festering, do you really give a shit? Stop. Do you really give a shit about what she thinks about you?
Oh, you guys don't like it when people act this way,
Festering.
when you push them too fucking far? You guys don't
Festering.
like
Push me
it?
too far.
Do you really give a shit about what she thinks about you? And the
I
same
care
question to
about
Puffy.
anyone, even a stranger, that disrespects my dad. Yeah, I do. That's how I
Then
grew
maybe
up.
you should go get fucking therapy, you weird bitch.
I'm sorry you didn't grow up in the area that I fucking grew up. And that's
Why
how
would
we
I grow
handle
up in a
things.
dumpster? I had loving
Oh,
parents.
Los Angeles is a dumpster? Oh, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
literally is a dumpster. Are you
Can be.
kidding
Okay.
me?
Okay.
Have you been to LA? Yeah.
What parts of LA have you been in? Because it's not a dumpster. Thank you very much.
Any
Okay,
part
obviously
you're
you
in
haven't
is a
been there.
dumpster.
Obviously, you haven't been there. Parts of LA are
Okay,
horrible.
I'm dropping because Puffy just wants to be a little cunt and doesn't get. He obviously doesn't get.
Yeah, but you can't be threatening to unalive people on the internet.
And I said,
Nobody's
and I
gonna call the
apologize
sergeant.
to many people about it. Okay.
Oh, but just don't say it again.
I'm not. Am
Alright.
I threatening her life right now? No.
You just
Right
said
now?
it.
Am I doing
said
it
I
right
would
now?
catch a flight to go beat her
Wait
up.
for it.
But I'm
Do
not
it. Do it.
I'm not threatening to unalive her.
Next day.
You literally
You did.
did.
And I already apologized to many people about that.
No, you didn't, bro. What the fuck?
Yes, I did. You can ask Pura. You can ask
No, you
Abby
didn't.
J. Ask them. Ask them.
This isn't a safe space.
Why would I ask? I'm the person, if I'm the person you owe an apology to and I'm saying you didn't apologize,
There you go. That's
Did
what I
you
was gonna ask.
apologize to me about asking about like a very disturbing thing for me?
That's what I was going to ask you. If you really are sorry,
What?
then apologize to her for
No.
pushing it.
Puffy,
Yeah.
I'm very sorry that I said I would unalive you.
Elaine, everyone has to be nice, not just you.
Because why in the hell you tell me to be headed towards style when I'm gonna forget all this shit talk and you ain't said a fucking thing
You
to
know
them
what
people.
happened.
But
I
you
just
jumped
read
on-
your
but you jumped on me,
comment.
Ted. You
I
jumped
just
on me
read
for
your
saying something to
comment.
Cal.
Read your
You
comment.
did.
It wasn't
you told me to be
nice.
nice to Sal. After look what they're doing to me in the
I don't
comments,
know
and that's
what
okay.
they're doing to you. I don't know what.
Well, look, you jumped on me when you thought somebody was doing something to Sal. Did you or did you not? Tell me to be nice.
Why can't we all just get along? Stay in your car.
Comments.
no, actually, Sheena, Fun Times told Axe to go get hit
You know,
by multiple
bullshit.
fucking trucks.
Bullshit.
Oh
kid.
my
Just
God.
like your friend Ryder and Aubrey told me to go get hit by trucks before I started saying fuck shit to you guys. Yeah, go on your own panel and whinge and cry about it, you fucking freaks.
And so that was that clip. And I'm going to go ahead and go into this next clip.
Now you are now asking me about his birthday. Do you
I'm
know what that
sorry,
is
Pat.
going to do to me? Do you have any idea?
This was on Sheena's live, and I'm wanting to say it was July 7th. So it was the night after, or it was the same night we found out Dank passed away that morning, that night. And so it was July 7th, Tuesday. And that's when this live was taking place. So it's the next day after the live we just watched.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
You know what? People have no fucking kindness or humanity anymore. That's the fucking problem. But
I
you keep
was
on
so
asking
sorry
me
that
about my
happened.
dad's birthday, and I hope that if I am I hope that I am successful in what I want to do, and I'm gonna haunt you for the rest of your lives. I'm gonna haunt your kids. I'm gonna haunt everything in your life. Everything. Your husband or whatever, your ex-husband. I'm gonna haunt everything.
Can you haunt her fat too, Fez?
I'm gonna haunt everything. Can I
She's
make a
got,
list of people
she's
I want
got
you to
some
haunt?
fucking rolls, baby.
Well,
And I want to pause it right there. You heard in my intro where she was saying that this person was not right or this person wasn't well, right? And that, they did not egg it on or they weren't participating in it or egging it on per se, and that they shut the live down. Well, I'm going to give it to Sheena. She eventually shut the live down. but there was a lot said before she could get the live shut down. And here she is kind of egging it on, because she knows this person's not, is going through a lot of stuff, but yet she is, and what she's saying by being successful, she's talking about harming herself and coming back and haunting Puffy, her husband, her children, and whatever else she just said. And Sheena comes up and says, can you haunt her fat rolls too? And let's listen. Let's continue to listen to what's being said.
How do you know that though?
I've seen her picture.
Who? Well, can you send it? Because I'm dropping her on fucking Kiwi
I
Farm.
don't
give
have
a
it
fuck.
now, but I've seen it.
The person
That
that starts
bitch
with a P?
says,
More. You assholes.
look, she sat up there trying to act like you did something to poor victim. You know what you did, Fez? You
Poor
fucking
Puffy.
bested her ass.
Poor Puffy got fucking
Her
like
beepies hurt.
fucked up with my mentality from my childhood and everything for what? What was it? Less than 2 hours? I wasn't shit, and then she started calling me Chewy. I'm not a dude. I'm not a fucking dude with a penis that is stalking literally somebody for 5 or 6 months and said they were gonna grape somebody and choke them out and find out where they live. I told that bitch, let's fucking go at it in person. That's all I said. Because if you were in person with me and you said something stupid to me about my dad, I'm sorry. I am gonna throat punch you. Does that make me a bad person? I don't know.
She was provoking
That's the way
you.
I grew up. My brother taught me if I got in a fight ever and if I lost, my brother was gonna fuck me up. And then I had to fight my 6'4" brother, which I'm 5'1.5", okay? And I weigh like 108 pounds. And back then I probably weighed like, I don't know, 90 something. You know what I mean? And we would have to fight because my brother wanted me to know how to fight. That's where we grew up. And I'm sorry that you didn't grow up that way. Like, and if you think that's fucked up, that's a way to grow up. But guess what? That's what happens in some fucking places.
What you did, you bested her because she's such a whinge and crybaby. Then Terry comes in and bests her. And then I come in behind Terry and bested her. And we get
I'm
kicked
sorry,
out for
Sheena.
besting her. And for some reason, I am reveling in that because to me, that's fucking victory. When
I
you
know you
get
don't
kicked out
care.
for
I know you
besting
say that
somebody,
you.
I dig it.
Let me just pause it. I was trying to keep this under an hour, but it looked like it's going to end up being a two-parter. But, Sheena sat right there in my intro talking about, no, we didn't egg this on. We didn't participate. I tried to end this live. Yeah, towards the end, when she was really starting to make some major threats there on your live. But, I mean, you couldn't see that this is what was leading up. It was leading up to that. And so what are you doing right here? This sounds like you're participating to me and egging it on, talking about besting people and all this. You're telling me this person's not well, and you're talking about besting people?
I know that you say you don't care about what people say about your, your your issues and then dying. But I'm sorry. It really triggered me.
I know
And
it did.
I went off because
I get upset about it too because that's all
who I
Puppy
thought
does.
about?
It's gross.
I didn't even think about you. I'm sorry. It's not even like a bad thing.
Glad I missed that
I
because
thought
I would
about
have been
staff.
fuming. When was that?
It wasn't a CTW, but the thing is, Puppy does it all the time. She talks so badly about Sheena to Sheena, like this is supposed to be bad, but all I ever hear is Puffy saying these awful things to Sheena, and nobody ever says anything to
Puffy
her.
thinks she can get away with.
I'm going to pause it right there because the person speaking, I would like to ask what kind of stuff is said in the private discords and stuff. I'm pretty sure I would love to know what's said in the private discords about people. because I'm sure it's nasty and vile. I was a part of the Discord one time, and I know what it's like when y'all don't like somebody. I've witnessed it for 2.5 years. So, Puffy's not the only one here that talks shit. Okay? I think everybody on that panel right there and, that's in the CTW is guilty of talking shit. So.
If anything, that's why she needs to get her fucking shit rocked.
Yeah.
You know why,
then,
Casey May?
Her friends allow it.
I don't pay any attention to her because she
whinges.
She's like no match for me. I don't make a big deal out of it. So nobody gives a shit. You get what I mean? Nobody does.
I will rock your shit, Puffy.
But she wanted outrage for Fez, which is crazy because Puffy says the most egregious things I've ever heard come out of anybody's mouth.
You have no idea how violent I can get. You have no. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person until you.
I'm going to kind of rewind that back a little bit, but that person just said, you have no idea how violent I can get. Okay? I mean, this person really wants you to know that they're big and bad and that they're violent and that you better not talk shit to them. Right? And so it kind of does remind me of Chewy in a sense, because he's, I remember him saying some things, the same things, when he did respond to certain things Sal's would do. And he would kind of get riled up and he would start, you could tell he was getting into his emotions. And we would talk him down and say, hey, just calm down. No, don't let it get to you like that. You got to look at the source sometimes and move on, And, we could talk him down, but then he would, I guess, they would get behind the scenes. And I can't speak for what went on behind the scenes. But it's the same thing here. People talk shit. And, if they don't like somebody, they talk shit. They get in their cliques and talk shit and whatever. But then you go too far with stuff. And that's the thing here. And so, we're holding one person accountable. So I feel like this person does need to be held accountable for what was said. I mean, Sal's and Chewy were both poking each other, but Chewy, took it a little too far with some things that he said. Puffy and Kai and Fez, were poking at each other. And it seemed like Fez inserted themselves into something that didn't even pertain to them because they were going back and forth with Sheena. And Fez just didn't like it. So they inserted themselves into the situation. And then they started going back and forth with Kai and Puffy. And so, now here we are. And this is where it's got us to.
Fuck with my fucking family.
Nobody ever says.
She whinges. She's like no match for me. So I don't make a big deal out of it. So nobody gives a shit. You get what I mean? Nobody does.
I will rock your shit, Puffy.
But she wanted outrage for Fez, which is crazy because Puffy says the most egregious things I've ever heard come out of anybody's mouth.
You have no idea how violent I can get. You have no. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person until you fuck with my fucking family. You fucked with my fucking dad, who is now dead. So, yeah, you're going to fucking get it.
I'm going to pause it there. I can remember Chewy saying those exact words about Sal's messing with his family and his children. The exact same words, except for it was his family and children. Here, it's this person's father.
Yeah, it's not right. Some people.
But the thing is, like, she went on a tour last night, and they were like, "Oh, we need to cancel."
Real quick. I want to announce something. Hey, Puffy. So I'm reaching out to all of my old 4chan fans and all of the Kiwi farms, which you didn't even know about Kiwi farm. You know what makes me laugh is that there's always people that say that they're trolls. And they don't even know about the troll sites.
I know Kiwi.
That makes me laugh. Like that makes me laugh. You are going to get dropped on there. And guess what's going to happen? Every freaking account that you have is going to get bothered. It's gonna get bothered. I don't mean it's going to like fuck you up. It's just going to get bothered. And then they'll get bored with it. But then there'll be new people that come in and then they're going to bother it again. So it's gonna be repeating like a fucking washer, like a fucking washer.
Wait,
If
she
you
brought up.
if you've ever had a good washer, I don't know if you ever had.
I mean, right here, see, I would have shut it down because this person's not making sense, really not making sense. And with what they're saying, it's kind of, obviously it's working, it's getting built up. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I would have shut it down, but no, here we are. We're still going with this. And, I don't know. I don't agree with it. And I mean, I understand that they're going at each other, but don't let this happen. And I mean, this is on a live. Chewy was in a private Discord talking amongst friends, so they thought, and it actually got recorded and leaked. And so we were not really meant to hear that call, but it actually came out, and so be it, right? And like I said, when it came out, the community was like, oh no, we can't have that. That's not cool. That's not cool. Right? Well, what about this? This is the same stuff. And I'm trying to figure out why one is held to a standard and this person is not. What is the difference here? Because, Chewy and Sal's, that went on for months before it reached where it reached. This was just in a Discord on July 3rd. I mean, so this hasn't gone on for months. I mean, the shit with Kai and Puffy and Sheena, it's always been back and forth. And so I don't understand why all of a sudden it's an issue with Sheena. Sheena's never said anything about it before. She always just lets it roll off her back and move on. But now all of a sudden it's an issue. Puffy's done this and this and this. Well, that's not Fez's fight. What are you talking about? But Fez inserted themselves into it, right? And so that's why Fez is here. It was Sheena's fight if she wanted to fight it, but she didn't. But then Fez put themselves in that spot. But now, it's all Puffy's fault, and it's not all Puffy's fault.
I'm pretty sure you have to go to the laundromat.
She brought up Ryder's marriage. Like, what is wrong with people? Like,
if anybody talks about Ryder's fucking marriage, they're also going on the list.
They try to go.
She deep throats fucking cigarettes, but fucking, you know what the fuck I'm gonna fucking do? Like, what the fuck? Like, you cannot. To me, when you guys are like, it doesn't matter. This is online shit. I understand that. But to me, it almost equivalates to you actually saying it in front of me. And I want to react the way I want to react. And if that makes me a bad person, then I'm a bad person. But you don't talk about my fucking dead fucking father. You don't. You can talk about me all you want. I don't care. I would laugh at you. I would laugh at you. A writer, she tried to talk shit about your shit? All right.
Yeah, she seriously made fun of Terry's weight loss surgery when her ass is
never learned.
350-400.
Okay, does anybody know where this fucking Puffy fucking person lives?
Colorado.
I heard Bourne say the other day, which was very stupid of her to do. I heard Bourne say that she was north of her. So does that mean north, like you're
She's in Colorado.
The same state, or she's in Colorado?
Yes.
Do we know exactly where in Colorado?
No.
But she that bitch lives in a
she's
fucking
outed that
trailer.
she's in Colorado.
Well, Fez, let me stop you right there
Not worth
because
it.
We just dealt with a situation like this, and I don't want people taking what you're saying because you're upset and twisting it into you're going to go harm her. You know.
I'm not.
Let me pause it there. I find it interesting that, Puffy was comparing it to the Chewy and Sal situation. That's what the situation here is that Sheena's talking about. We just had a situation. Yeah, it was the Chewy and Sal situation. And this person's doing the exact same thing that Chewy did, that you accused him of to Sal's, even though Sal's is not an innocent party in this. And Puffy's not an innocent party in this. They both poked at each other. That's what I'm saying. When people do shit and then the other person feels the need to respond or retaliate, then it ends up leveling the playing field. You can't really hold any side accountable because they're both guilty, right? And so that's how I kind of feel here. But when you start talking about putting people on doxing websites and you're threatening that, and you're threatening to go real life, you're going to catch a flight, that's when we have issues, because that's what Chewy said in that call. He thought he put her address in his GPS every day and had to talk himself out of going there and doing, like I said, beating the brakes off of her and blah 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 blah. It's the same thing. Neither side has gone real life. I mean, in reality, they've not gone real life. I mean, neither side has shown up on the doorstep, put it that way. I mean, they threatened it or talked about it or thought about it or whatever, but they have not done so yet. So it's the same kind of thing. But this person right here is getting a free pass.
Harming her. I am just saying, do you want to talk shit? And then if she wants to talk shit, then that's what's gonna happen. Like, I don't care.
How about she just stops talking to people that she doesn't like? That's called growing up. It's called being an adult. Look, if I were to literally go off on everybody that I
Shit
don't
about
like,
my dad one more fucking goddamn time, fucking Puffy, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna regret your whole goddamn life. And
Well, I
everyone
know
that
you're
can,
upset, Fez, but I don't want anyone taking that and twisting it because I know
yeah,
they will. And I know you're not
twist
going to
it,
harm her.
twist it. I don't fucking care.
yeah,
I'm not
you
I
fucking
will.
know. I
harming
know you're
her.
Yeah, you
upset.
Like,
will.
what is the equal fight? I don't even know if she's 7'2". I'm 5'1.5".
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
but
gotta
we
be
can't,
And I
better
will
than they.
still
We gotta
attack
be
you.
better than they are.
and we can't be outraged over what
I am
happened to
not
Sal's
better than
and sit here and let
anybody.
you say that.
I am not better than anybody. If you looked at me, if you're anybody on the street and you looked at me and said some stupid shit, I'm going to fuck you up. And that's my personality. Sorry, I grew up this way. I fucking grew up this way. I was taught this way. My brother fucking told me if I lost any fight, he would fuck me up, and he was 6'4".
Because I grew up that way too, but look at how I've evolved.
I'm
You see,
glad that you evolved,
but
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 I
you know
have
what it means
not
though? It means
evolved.
there's a hope for everybody. Because if Rachel can evolve, then anyone can evolve. Trust that. You may not believe it, but you got to
I
trust
know.
in the process, my
I think
darling.
we are totally different in that way. Like it's
But
not
uh,
going to
but if
evolve.
I tell you that I'm Gen X, where you couldn't play games on a computer, you had to go to someone's face and say it. So I mean, like, trust me. I've had my teeth knocked out. You know that. Everyone knows I had my teeth knocked out. So I'm not afraid to have someone take a swing my way. But at some point, I evolved and I became the person that,
So you're just supposed to let people just fucking talk shit about your
no,
fucking
but some
childhood?
people don't matter. In 100 years, will Pupiana mean matter to anybody here?
If I
Absolutely
light
fucking
her
not.
on fire, yeah, it
But
would
you're
be
not going
okay.
to. You can.
Don't do
No
that.
one is going to matter in
You
a
don't
hundred
know the way
years,
of fight. Um,
dude.
I'm still in my fucking space of it was not awesome.
Yeah, I agree with Casey. We need a safe place for you to talk. I don't want you to come off as threatening because you're in your feelings right now, because that is how it's coming
I'm just
off.
saying it against
And
one person, Sheena. It doesn't matter. Like she deserves it though. She deserves it. And I hope you know, Case. What the fuck? Uh, Puffy?
I just don't want any talk of anyone to be able to say that you're threatening them or anything like
Yeah,
that.
Nah,
Fez is not going
whatever.
real life on
I'm just
anybody.
saying. I'm just saying, in my personal experience, if Puffy was in front of my face and said what she said, I'm gonna unalive her. And she's 7'2". She could have fucked me up, and then I'd be fucked up. And that's fine. But at least I tried, right? That I don't know what the fuck this bitch looks like. She could be
Well,
like
there's
fucking.
there's
She could
people,
be the
Fez, that
biggest
if
person.
I feel like if they were in front of me, I would just probably knock their block off. But I know they're never going to be in front of me,
Yeah.
and so I get that you're just voicing your frustrations and stuff. But I know these people and what they
But
will try to
nobody
do.
gets how I grew up. That's what makes me mad, is that no one understands how I grew up. My brother used to fucking tell me if I lose a fight, he was gonna fuck me up, and that's not a joke, okay? And I'm sorry if some of you never grew up that way. Like I, I don't. That's my normal, okay? It's my normal,
I
and
know
I
some
would
things,
get
though,
fucked
I
up.
want you to vent about in private because I don't want someone taking what you're saying and saying that you're some kind of a threat or danger to someone. And I know these people will try to do that.
I want
I
to pause it there
am.
because she said Sheena is saying that she wants to take Fez off the panel. You know, they want to shut the live down and they're trying to go somewhere private so this person can vent. Chewy was in a private Discord venting to who he thought were his friends. Okay. I still don't think what he said was right. But you know damn well this person got off the panel and went wherever they went and was still probably saying the same things. It's no different than what they were saying in CTW. It's no different than what they were saying on Keisha's live the night before. And here we are now. And it's kind of escalated a little bit, you know, with what they're saying. And I would have shut it down a long time ago. And Sheena's trying to make it sound like, oh, we saw that, you know, where it was going and we shut it down. No. And like they didn't participate. Yeah, you did participate because this is what led up to this. You know, ever since this person came on your live, this is what was leading. I mean, that's the headspace they were in. They wanted to talk about that situation with Puffy. And as it went on, it was escalating. And y'all should have been able to see that. But whatever reason, it still went to where it went to. And at this point, all kind of threats had been made on the live. And this person is no different with what they said, with what Chewy said. The only difference is this person has been on 2 lives talking about it now, admitting that this person threatened to unalive Puffy. This person has threatened to put them on doxing sites and hacker sites. And I think we're getting ready to hear that right now, and that's when Sheena shuts it down.
I threaten and endanger just somebody that's gonna fucking talk shit about my dad. I am.
You know, when
So
I was
I hope you
29,
know,
I would have come
I'm gonna
unglued if
actually
somebody
shut
did
the
something
fuck
to
up
my
about
dad.
you now.
But at
Puffy,
56,
hold on.
I
Let me
don't.
say this. Let me say this real quick. Puffy, I'm gonna shut the fuck up about you now. But just know there's things going behind the scenes. But I will never talk about you publicly again. Because that's the wrong thing to do.
Fez, I
Yes.
know that you are not in a good place right now, emotionally and mentally. I know that. We all know that. So, what I think we're going to do is go ahead and end the live, take you to a place where you can speak your frustrations and vent, where they won't be misunderstood or twisted or made into someone that we know you're not. Or we can go watch a movie, something just kind of, calm things down a little bit. because I don't want anyone doing something to you that I know is not you. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. But I
Yeah.
do want to let Puffy know that I am this way. So expect it. It's gonna happen. And
I don't want her thinking that you are
I've
a
already
physical
called on
threat to her.
3 hackers that are gonna come for you.
Wait, stop, Bez, stop, please, honey.
Fine,
Don't.
whatever.
We say that because we love.
And that was that. And so this person's already told Puffy that they've got 3 hackers going after her, and they've, like I said, made all kind of threats on this live. And I don't think it's acceptable. I understand Sheen was trying to shut it down. She was trying to get it shut down towards the end, but see, I would have just ended the damn thing instead of sitting there just carrying on with it. My friend Key has no problem doing that. Once the live starts, if the live starts really getting out of hand or something, she just hits the end button. If she doesn't get taken down first, she just hits the end button because she doesn't want to lose her account or lose the live or whatever. And so, I don't understand why that didn't happen here. But Chewy thought he was in a private Discord venting to his friends. And so they're going to take this person to a private Discord so they can vent to their friends, right? Do you think the rhetoric changed? I mean, I would like to think it did, but we'll never know because it went to their private Discord. But I mean, the damage to me, I feel like has already been done. I mean, there were a lot of threats made in this live, and I understand that the person lost a family member, and it wasn't too long ago. But, I'm 50 years old, and I haven't gone through life unscathed. And that's the bad thing. Sometimes, like dealing with this side, they want us to hold people accountable, and they want outrage for stuff. And that's what we did when this Discord call came out with Chewy. And it was really, a bad call. And we all said, no, that's not acceptable. And I wasn't necessarily because I don't feel like Sal's is an innocent party in this. And I've never really had anything to do with her, even before Chewy and Rose. I knew of her before Chewy and Rose. So Chewy and Rose have nothing to do with how I feel about Sal's. I've watched her from afar. And, so, I mean, I know she's not innocent. And with this, and I have that, like I said, that clip proves it. She says, I'm not innocent in this. And she started to say, I've done my own fucked up shit, but she caught herself. And so, I mean, that just goes to show you, to me, that's proof that she was doing her own shit behind the scenes, and what they were saying was right. And so, maybe they were both right. And some of us didn't listen to Sal's. I didn't listen to either one of them, to be honest with you. I just didn't care. But that side thinks that for some reason, they're the only ones that can go through shit. They're the only ones that understand shit. They're the only ones that see shit. And that's just not the case. Like I said, I'm 50 years old and I have not gone through life unscathed. I've gone through a lot of shit. Been through a lot of shit. I've lost both of my parents. I think that my father, it's been 26 years. It'll be 27 years in October that I lost my mother. And I feel like my father got away with murder because I couldn't prove it. And so I've carried a lot of anger for 26 years. And, I can't take it out on innocent people. It has nothing to do with it. And the person that is responsible is no longer here. And so, all I have is to carry around that anger, but I don't take it out on people on the internet. I've never threatened to go real life on anybody. I've never, I don't even call people out of their name. I really don't, I mean, it's just not that deep for me, and this is crazy. This is all crazy to me. And so what I'm asking you guys, what do you think? I mean, is this any different than what Chewy did with Sal's? Chewy and Rose did with Sal's, or what? I mean, let me know what you guys think, because I feel like this person needs to be held to the same standard as Chewy and Rose have been held to. It's the same situation as far as how they were talking and making threats to somebody in the community. But as far as Chewy and Rose and Sal's are concerned, that situation has gone on for months and it came to a head. Okay. So, I mean, that's something that's been ongoing. With this CTW, just like Sheena said, she explained the CTW. That's where we go to hash things out. It's like where we duke stuff out. That's what she said. I don't go there for that. I go there to observe and watch it, basically. And I might pipe in on occasion, but it's rare. And, but yeah. So this has always been a thing between Puffy, Kai, and Sheena. And then all of a sudden, this person inserts themselves into it. It wasn't even about them. They inserted themselves into it because they didn't like what was being said to Sheena, but it's always been a thing between these people. And Sheena just lets it roll off her back. But now she's wanting to say, do you know what Puffy's been doing and what she's been saying to me? And it's like, what? And like, Fez didn't threaten her. And then Keisha's like, well, yeah, she did. And and Fez is like, yeah, I did. And I admit it. Have I denied any of that? And so that goes to show you that, Sheena's trying to tell you, because she's not showing you all the screenshots. She's showing you the ones that Puffy and Kai are saying to her. And because this person came in fighting Sheena's battle, it was Sheena's battle to fight if she wanted to fight Puffy and Kai, not this person. And so now it's escalated to this point to where, this person's made all kind of claims and said that they've put Puffy and Kai's information on doxing websites and gave their information to hackers and all kind of stuff. And so, like I said, let me know what you think. This has already been gone on long enough. It's got to be a 2-part series. And so I just want to say thank you all for everybody that follows my channels and supports me. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, because without you, I wouldn't have a channel, whether it's YouTube or TikTok. So I do greatly appreciate you all, and I greatly appreciate your feedback. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Should this person be held to the same standard as Chewy or not? And I do want to clarify that, there's been several, accusations by Puffy about this person's mental health, and Sheena said that they weren't, well or what have you. And if that's the case, I'm not meaning any harm. I'm not coming after this person per se, except for the fact that, there has been a lot of threats made. And no, you don't believe this person will make good on it. Well, there are a lot of people that don't think Chewy would make good on it, and there's been a lot of accusations made against him. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really had anything to do with it since last week. After I put my video out, that was it for me. And then Dank's passing happened, and it's been a miserable 2.5 days as far as I'm concerned. And then now this stuff is going on, and I've been working on this video since yesterday, because all this was going down yesterday morning on Keisha's panel with Puffy, and Puffy was really upset. And so, because there have been a lot of threats made, and it seems like that side is just trying to brush it under the rug, but yet we were supposed to hold this person accountable for doing the very same thing. And the thing is, this person was in a private Discord that got held accountable because the call just happened to be leaked, but this person has been on live panel making these threats for 2 nights in a row and getting a free pass. I don't understand it. So please help me understand, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go. Y'all have a good day. I hope everybody has a great weekend ahead, and I hope to be back soon with another video. And I hope for it to be about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So y'all have a good one, and I am out of here.
You make me say, woo, Carolina.